Hello and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM Blake Peebles, and here is your cast. Ooh, we will all be here. Winfield's on his way. He has busy days and busy nights. Stick around and you might see another someone special today. We have a guest star, but you'll see that later. I guess I sort of ruined the surprise there, but
complete that.
What?
I'm unsubscribing now.
Ah, damn.
We're all gonna unsubscribe.
Please don't. Anyway, a couple of announcements. Future Blake, you're gonna take care of those announcements because I don't know what the future holds. I have to assume we're famous now.
If by famous you mean the same as when we filmed this episode, then yes, we are famous. Thanks, Past Blake, for throwing it to me for the announcements. My announcements are that we now have 5 patrons. We have Nick, Elliot, Big Money, Tom the Lich, and Tommy Walters, which is interesting considering what episode this is. If they're all great, we love you all, you patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, and it's many great benefits that come along with it, such as being shouted out on this show, getting access to my homebrew, getting to create magic items for the group, you can do so in the link down below. Also down below, like and subscribe buttons, but Past Blake's got that covered. Another announcement is that one of our patrons, Nick, actually does sort of a live reaction sort of tweet thing to every episode. So every episode he makes a Twitter thread reacting to the episode with timestamps, and it's really good. He clearly puts a lot of work into it, and I think more people should see it. So I'm going to link his Twitter down below, and you guys should go follow him because it's very funny. That's all the announcements except for Past Blake. Beware of triangles. Bye.
Aww.
And then let's do a really celebratory reaction, just in case we are. He didn't participate in either of
Your
those.
expression not changed.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
He didn't participate in the reaction. He didn't participate in the dance.
I'm a fake fan.
Yikes. Okay, so anyway, yeah. Like, subscribe, smash that like button, hit that bell. Anyway, does anybody else have any announcements they want to make? You've got weird energy coming from this corner today.
Did you like Peter and the Starcatcher?
Yeah, I did, actually. It's a great show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a recap then. So last time
I just got the giggles. It's fine.
our crew was certainly all here, and basically what happened is they left the swamp house to find that their friend. So soon I won't ever have to mention the swamp house again, and the joke will never come back.
Yeah, but you'll bring something else up, and we'll just.
Anyway, yeah, so they came out of the swamp house, went back to town, only to find that their friend Henrietta had been captured by Ergon, the groundskeeper of the graveyard. They went to confront him, and they found a familiar sight, the sight of their dreams. They battled Ergon. About halfway through the fight, he turned into a celestial creature that they did not recognize, and sort of blew up the graveyard with celestial energy. Okay. Things got tense there for a minute, but they managed to defeat him. Pretty much directly afterward, well, the next day, I guess, they went out to Bilthor Barrow to try to confront Vath, who was the bronze dragonborn seemingly behind this weird transformation. When they met up with him, he tried to sick his Holbawa on them, but noticed that they had rot spine, its biggest weakness. So instead, left and summoned 6 goat demons, which they took care of very, very easily. When they returned to Bizzlebin, they were met by a crowd who gave them, I don't think I said specifically, but I believe you are holding the chest of 950 gold that they gave to you.
And then I just got slapped.
And then Nero, the blue man, well, the man in the blue clothing, he returned.
Nero now looks like the Blue Man Group.
Oh, Winfield's here actually. Nice. Perfect timing.
Please,
We're gonna kill
find
kill
my
Karaz soon.
backstory.
Wait, what? We're gonna kill Karasu?
before I got here, and then
I respected your wishes and did not look into his backstory.
It's great
when
to
I was
have
controlling
Karasu as a character if Winfield's not here because
it's the
you
same.
don't have to roleplay.
This is the thumbnail.
Anyway,
Get it? This
Anyway.
is the thumbnail.
that might be.
Wait, do that facing.
Which one? The like eye roll? Like
No,
the...
the deadpan like I.
Anyway, I guess it. Let's do for real. Let's do for real.
This is gonna be fun to edit.
I have to pee.
Hey, Winfield, don't mind. We got a thing.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, we're gonna
I
actually.
wanted some teeth.
Oh, sorry.
That'll be a fun thumbnail. Anyway, yeah, so this all happened, and the Exit Sortilegium showed up, 3 members of the Exit Sortilegium, as Nero walked towards Thuvius and slapped him across the face. That is exactly where we left off.
Mid-step.
Nope. And that's just the fast version of the song, and that is where we pick up.
Central reaction slap
No.
back.
Make an attack roll.
It works with my character.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How high is this AC? So 4
Mm.
13.
He grabs your hand.
That was not very polite.
Well, neither have your actions been.
What did I? Who are you?
People of Bizzleben! Your heroes, the Extant Sortilegium, they've come to help us!
The crowd begins to murmur.
What? Wait, where are the heroes?
They're better heroes, trust me.
Those bastards, they're here? And you notice the 3 actual wizards sort of look around, like, Those 3 wizards, by the way. One of them is a half-elven man with medium-length, light brown hair, parted to one side and sort of ruffled. He has freckles that sort of dance across the bridge of his very slender nose, and a large, round pair of spectacles that frame his eyes, which have, welcome!
Hey, what does that mean?
Lore question.
Yeah.
What is the name of this organization?
The Extant Sortilegium.
Extant.
Right, okay.
Sortilegium.
I
Spell
know-
it out. I did. I'll send you
Get that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
There's
just
an
gonna.
N after that. A.
It's an.
Anyway, he has
Yeah,
quite a
yeah.
few bags under his eyes, and he looks tired. Yeah, if you guys scoot that way a little bit, it'll be easier for this one.
Sorry.
He has a. You can see that he has a hat, a large wizard hat, sort of a blue version of Elril's, slung across his back on a cord.
I'm sorry.
Dubious?
I'm sorry.
Dubious.
Elf. Getting the elves confused.
Classic.
Ding.
It's kind of racist. Different house.
Ding. He also has a satchel. He has a book out and a pen, sort of quill, I guess, with it. The second person is a human woman, an older human woman, with a very stern face, with gray hair pulled into a tight bun. Her eyes are milky, as though cataracts were involved, but she seems to see just fine. And she wears a stark robe of black and white, black with white lining, and carries a stone tablet emblazoned with the symbol of Ioun. Her face is lined not by age, but by sternness. And the final one is a bronze dragonborn. He is bronze. Fairly old, looks to be about 50. He has a large staff, and he stands hunched, but you can tell it's not from age. It is rather from the large chain that hangs from his neck down to his midsection, with 17 gems that glow slightly socketed into them. His robe is a very impressive sort of flowing cloak, and you can see that there are arcane symbols written down the sides of it. They look around and look a little bit nervous, and Nero sort of just looks straight into your face and goes, "Ew."
I smile back.
We're gonna have a conversation, all of you and us, all right?
When? Now?
Right
Now, here, in front of all these people.
We're gonna leave first. If you don't mind, this is Sortilegium business. And the people sort of murmur, and Greg seems to like... And then they slowly disperse. Is there a good place for us to talk privately in this area?
The swamp, perhaps?
Oh, we have
We're not going all the way to the swamp.
a room in the tavern.
The grave keeper guy. He's dead.
Yes, the half-elf says, that's one of the things we'd like to talk to you about. By the way, I am Ava Thriddlesinian, the High Priestess card of the Extant Sortilegium. My colleagues, and he points to the woman, this is Edrith of Ayun, you may refer to her as Master Hermit, as that is her card, and Eleazar Zesk, the Hanged Man. We're all of the Extant Sortilegium, and we have some questions for you, if you don't mind.
We can go to his cabin.
Lead the way. Cool.
We go.
So you walk that way, and you see, as you get there, the wreckage of the graveyard awaits you. Nero sort of scoffs a little bit as he walks in. You see him wave his hand, and mage armor appear over him.
Seems unnecessary.
You can't be too careful in this line of work.
That is true. It's easy to spy on this house.
Why are we?
What
I
happened?
tried to slap him. He was too fast.
It's fine. He slapped me before. And worse last time, actually. Remember?
Well, he choked you out last time. You reach the graveyard, and as you do so, Edrith takes over the conversation, and she just sort of motions towards you and says, "Please stand together. I'll be casting Circle of Truth. Do not resist."
Zone of truth.
Lightning bolt strikes Elril. It explodes. Start rolling your character.
How big is his shack?
You're not in the shack.
Way too small for all
You're
of
I was
us.
hoping
you're
for the
just in-
visual
You're
of us
sort of in the
crowded
graveyard.
Wait, it's Averth, Eleazar, and
Edrith.
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 Edith, got it.
Of with an R though, because it's fantasy.
Edith, because she's old.
I didn't even think about that one, but sure. She looks to you. Do you all accept the Circle of Truth?
No cause for lying.
Yeah, I mean,
What is this accent?
I don't know. No cause for lying. Is that better?
That's more like it.
you have to get a new keyboard.
Do we all? Yes, we.
Yes.
all
I have
agree.
nothing to lie about.
Yeah, sure.
She holds up the tablet and starts sort of incanting and draws a circle with her hands, and you see a little glowing circle appear around you and disappear. You all may make a save if you want to. Do you choose to make the save?
No.
Is they gonna know if I make the save?
Yes.
No
Is
thanks.
that metagaming?
That might be. You're gonna try?
Sure.
I think it's a wisdom.
I feel like Thuvius would try. Oh, and that is a failure.
Yeah,
It's charisma.
Either way.
Yeah.
Great, 13.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna pass either. Yeah, you fail. So you are compelled to tell the truth. You do know. You notice standing inside the circle is Nero, Averth, and Edrith. Eleazar Zesk took a step outside of it, which is in keeping with him, if you'll remember.
Asshole.
Is that the
The Dragonborn. Edrith is going to say, "Now, describe what has happened to you since you arrived in this place. For the sake of time, is there anything you want to leave out from your story?"
When I bought illicit drugs.
Okay.
No, I put that back in the story.
So I want to leave out the eye. I probably shouldn't leave out the eye business because it's pretty obvious.
That's true. It's visibly on your face.
I'd like Karasu to
I don't
tell
know
the story.
Is there anything you want to leave out at all? Any details?
No.
what have we done that is bad?
Honestly, a lot of stuff, specifically like dealing with vampires and failing to deal with vampires.
Are you gonna leave that out?
No. It's too big. It's such a huge part of the story.
Yeah.
It's been kind of okay.
You guys
have
haven't done
nothing to
anything like
hide.
terribly illegal, but I just
Yeah.
didn't know if there's stuff that you don't want the Sortilegium to know.
I leave out my interactions with Fredrickson.
Cool. Sounds good. Anything else from anyone? Cool. So you tell the story. Takes you probably like 20 minutes-ish between all of you to tell the story, adding stuff in here and there. At a certain point, you're like, yeah, we've done a lot of cool stuff, huh? This is.
When he brings up the drugs, I step on his foot.
He bought drugs.
At the end, Nero's face is in his hands. He goes, Ugh.
Impressive, right?
So you did the one thing I specifically told you not to do.
No. You told me not to claim I was with you. I explicitly said I wasn't with you.
Listen, I don't have any time for your smart assery right now.
I'm in
You
the zone of truth.
I understand.
I looked to the
that
wizard.
You're technically,
I looked to the
and
wizard.
Edith just nods. I understand that you're technically telling the truth, but you disobeyed my orders to you. And for that reason, you are going to be punished by your mother.
Oh, good.
Oh, don't make that sound, boy, because all of you are going to be punished by her mother.
What?
Excuse me. All went along with this. At this point, Averith puts his hand on Nero's shoulder and says, a moment, friend. Perhaps that's not wise.
I like this guy.
He is.
We're going to discuss some things. Thank you for your honesty, even though it was coerced. We appreciate most of you not trying to avoid it. And he sort of, like, smiles at you, but we're going to discuss what further steps should be taken, though you have made quite an enemy in this area, so staying here might not be in your best interest. But we'll get to that later.
Seems like we've made a few enemies in this area.
Well, one of them above all. And him, Nero, and Edith leave. Eleazar's desk just sort of comes over and looks at you. Yeah.
I just had a question. The Exit Sortilegium, do they have are they have political power? Like, do they have jurisdiction to jail and like punish and?
They do have a prison. One of their members is the warden of sort of like magic jail.
Yeah.
And all of the kingdoms of Renarcia recognize them as a legal authority.
Okay.
But we're in, like, the middle of nowhere.
You are, but
What is their relationship with Kovdek?
the jailer actually, the jail that one of their members runs is in Kovdek, and she's a pretty Mulwith Kobir, you would know. She's the only drow member of the Sortilegium, and she's held in high regard in Kovdek. She's really the only one you ever interact with at any time, but people really celebrate her.
Well.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Lay on hands. Yeah. Eleazar is gonna come over.
Hello, Eleazar.
Good to see you again.
Not really.
Where'd you get it?
What? The eye?
And he taps his eye, like, he touches his eye.
Oh. From a shop
Just a shop.
in Ilfair.
You've been searching for it for a while, then.
Nope. Wasn't searching for it at all.
What, so you don't know what it is?
Well, no. It's on the to-do list. Do you know
What is it? What is it?
what
What is
this
it?
is?
You're in for quite the life, my boy. Next time you see a dwarf wizard, bring up the Grand Arcanum. See how they react. And he starts to walk away, and he turns around and he says, "Are you looking to sell it?"
For how much? I was given it for free. The halfling who passed it to me,
No.
gnome who passed it to me, perished.
Yes. I'll give you 13 astral diamonds for it if you transfer it to me right now.
13 diamonds.
Astral diamonds.
Astral diamonds. How much are those worth?
Those are like 1,000 platinum pieces. They're crazy.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's licking his lips a little bit.
I don't think that's worth your lie.
So if I transfer this to you, I would die.
Oh, so you do know. Damn. And he turns and he starts to walk away again.
Never make a deal with him.
Here, take it.
Let's start rolling.
See you, suckers.
Cool. So after a little, like a couple more minutes, Averith is going to come back to you and he says, "We've come to a conclusion. We've come to a conclusion. If you'll return to the town with me,
We need to get our gold.
he
I
has it.
still have it.
Okay. It's 190 each.
It's been doing the math. If you'll return to the town with me, sorry once again for the inconvenience here. You've stepped in it a bit, but nothing we can't fix. So this way.
Averth. All the vampires are in one place.
Yes.
In the domed city.
Not all of them.
Right, but a very powerful one.
Yes.
Trapped for the whole day.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Suspended.
Was it 190?
It's a bit above your pay grade. I'm sorry, but
No, I how are they not trapped for a whole day?
there have been some advancements in vampiric technology as of late, and things are about to get a bit more dire.
They invented sun hats? Sorry.
Regardless, if you follow me. And he sort of leads you back to town. The rest of them stay behind and continue to sort of discuss in a small triangle. And as you get back into town, he's like, hey, come in, please. This information shouldn't be heard by many. And he sort of gestures for a huddle.
Then why did we leave the graveyard?
They told me to. Listen, I am the most junior member of this sortilegium, and they wanted... I just sort of have to do what they say.
Last time I leaned in close to someone, I got a tattoo on my right
I
eye.
promise. We don't have to
An
huddle.
involuntary.
If you don't want to, we don't have to huddle. But could be safer. I don't know.
Yes. You can cuddle.
All right.
I think if we just whisper, it's fine.
You just bring close.
Yeah.
As you lean in, you hear some commotion at the end of town, and you see a brigade of horses riding in. On these horses, there are 12 Knights of Nildor, dressed in full regalia. They're traditional Nildorian sort of scale armor. As they get into town, they sort of stop and start to dismount. One of them steps off, wearing the ceremonial purple and bronze plate of the Jarain House. He is a beautiful, broad-chested elven man with smooth black hair worn long to one side, partially covering up an X-shaped scar across one of his swollen eyes. It seems very, very fresh. As he gets off his horse, he looks over in your direction, and he locks eyes with Nate.
Nate drops his axe and he's like, fuck it.
And as he reaches out to say something, you all feel a twisting sensation as the world around you disappears. And you find yourself in a living room.
It's too meta.
Come on.
In this living room, it's sort of a bog standard living room. However, it is filled with children sitting on the ground.
People! Sorry.
And you notice that behind you there is a human, 40s-ish human woman with a picture book open, sort of in the middle of reading it, and you have just appeared in the middle of story time.
What?
I don't know where I am yet. I said, the fuck?
The children go, and Abel goes, oh, last time I came here there wasn't a house, it was a field. And he turns to the woman and he fumbles. He fumbles with something and he drops this beautiful ornate card. As it hits the ground, it glows and hums a little bit. He goes, and picks it back up, and he shows it to the woman and says, I'm Eva Threlsidian with the excellent sortilegium. I'm so sorry for transporting into your home. We'll just walk right outside. Last time I came here, we was a field, and he's fumbling with the whole thing, and he's blushing like bright red. He's very, very embarrassed about this mistake that he's made.
Thuvius is kind of like stifling a laugh. Because these are the greatest wizards in the world he's grown up around.
Oh, it was Aver?
Aver is
Who-
with you,
Oh.
and he teleported you
Oh.
here.
So the Knight of Nildor isn't with us.
No,
Oh.
he was sort of a little ways away.
Got it.
Have a good
The
night,
woman
James.
says, could you, leave my house, please? Honey, honey! And you hear sort of some footsteps on stairs, and you see, walking up the stairs,
What's going on in here? There are more people in here than I heard come through my door. How did that happen?
describe yourself.
Hi, my name is I'm Curl Ferguson. I am a human man. I look about as milquetoast as they come. I'm just sort of wearing like a plaid shirt and some jeans and a belt.
Fantasy jeans?
Yeah, fancy jeans.
They're just like some they're just like some leather.
So jorts.
Yeah. And I've got some boots on. Got blonde hair. I'm probably about like 5'11".
What'd you say your name was?
Curl Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Hi, my name's Curl Ferguson. Pleasure to meet you. What are you doing in my home?
I'm so sorry. I am Ava Thrilsinian. And he shows you the card, and you reckon this? He's a card-carrying member of the Extant Sortillegio.
Oh, well, Mr. Obsidian. It's a pleasure.
No, don't worry about this. I teleported us here because the last time I was in Raish, this was a field, not a home. I'm very sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's not true. I mean, we bought it from someone who said it'd been there for a while.
It's been a while since I've been here.
Oh, I see. So you're kind of old, and I'm, just...
Regardless,
All right.
we're so very sorry for interrupting.
Nah, it's. I mean,
this.
any friend of wizardry's friend of mine. Sorry, honey.
A wizard. Oh, yes.
Well, I try.
What luck? We teleport.
I do a
to
trick here and
wizard's
there.
house. Well, I need to discuss some things with my friends here real quick.
Oh, all right.
Sure. But thank you so much for not, being upset with us or calling the guards. We're going to. Is there just can we step outside?
Yeah, well, all the outside's not mine, so
Yes.
you can have.
You're right. So of course, yes. And he sort of wipes off his glasses a little bit and puts them back. And he's like, very sorry for the inconvenience.
Sure.
You could join us if you'd like to know why we.
Hold on, let me just walk over to the. I can join you.
If you want to walk, join us outside.
Sounds good. All right, I'll come.
I'm very sorry, madame.
It's a pleasure to meet y'all.
Hey!
We're coming outside
Tamsin
with
sort of
kids.
grabs your hand and says, "What is happening right now?"
I know, baby, but we're gonna figure it out, and I'll just I'll be back in, okay? Okay.
I'm gonna keep doing story time.
All right, sounds good. You read to those children. All right. So yeah, we can just head out the back door if you
Lead
like.
the way.
Sure. Hold on, I just gotta. And he touches the door, and you don't know why, but he touches the door, and then he opens it. He's like, "Sorry, that was an alarm. I just just in case."
Of course.
You guys wouldn't have passed the test.
We
It's
bypassed
just
it a bit. Yes.
Mostly children, and so you're a little large for. Anyway, come on.
Cool.
Come
See
on
you
out.
outside. And he turns to you and he says, "So, an explanation is in order as well as
Who
an
the
apology."
fuck do you think you are?
What is happening?
I
Thoomies is
And-
just laughing.
once again the most junior member of the.
I don't
Extra
fucking
Sortillegium.
care. You're the one who cast that spell.
I'm the
Without
only one-
warning. I'm not. You were gonna let me
Just use
talk.
the F word!
I know I did. I am pissed off. You will let me talk.
Okay.
Sir, you are within earshot of my wife. I would ask that while you are in the vicinity of my home, that you temper your language.
For the kids, man.
I am
Nate, listen.
very sorry.
Oh, I am so
If you let me
placated.
finish, sir,
Please do.
I have a solution to your problem. But if you would like to berate me instead, perhaps I'll just leave.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm the one in the wrong for being teleported across the country.
Nate, could we
That's what that
for,
was.
for a
What?
second, could we
Where
just
are we?
can I just talk to you real quick?
Well, you're in
Yeah.
right.
Can I just real quick?
Where is...
This is the most
I've-
reasonable
this-
of the Sortillegium. This is as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, right, let's not. Please. Come on. I do know that Averth's
He's just a poor dude.
at least not as much of a dick as Ellie is.
No, he is on the whole a fairly kind,
Yeah,
sort
okay.
of unassuming kind of guy.
I don't know this.
No, listen,
He-
trust me.
yeah.
Trust me. This is as good as we're gonna get. We gotta.
I trust you, but some things can't happen like that. Okay.
Listen, if he screws us over, you blame me, alright?
We've already been screwed over.
Can you
if
show
you'll allow me
on
to
the
explain.
map?
Please do.
We live right in this area, right there. It's
Cool.
in Raish. It's
I'll put
part
it
of the
up-
Bergen Coalition.
Up in the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
How far are we from
Well,
Uh,
you don't
in the
know
city
yet.
of Grand.
Averth?
Grand.
Where are
Grand.
we?
We are in Grend, the capital of Raish in the Bergen Coalition. So we are
What do
on the
we know?
west coast of Renarsia.
So we just went across a continent.
Yes.
Ah.
It's quite nice.
It
You
is.
like it?
That's why I chose here. There's two reasons I chose here, and we'll get to the second one in a moment. But Edith informed me that you had both put the region at risk as well as your lives. For you to have stayed really anywhere near there would have meant certain death at the hands of a vampire lord.
We outsmarted him twice.
You seem capable. Clearly.
I just learned daylight! Let me at him!
You're clearly capable. Yes, all of you. You've done things. Well, most of you. You've done things.
I've done things.
I believe you.
You don't
have,
know what
sir.
I've done, okay? I've done things.
You've done some incredible things. The work you did with that thing in the graveyard was amazing, as well as the banishment of the Polbawa.
Well, I don't know if banishment is...
As close as it comes. He seems to have gone elsewhere.
Yeah, we still probably smell like shit.
Regardless, Edrith believed that you would be risking incredibly important negotiations with your presence there, as well as your lives. If we cannot figure out what to do about the Dusk War, it will threaten to take over the world and kill all.
Oh dear. What's happening to the world?
Well, you know the vampire civil war in the east. That's where we came from.
What?
Yes.
Wow. I know I've been around that way.
Good to know. Don't go now.
Well, all right.
Would be my
avoid.
suggestion.
Sounds
That being said, I have displaced you across a world, and I understand your anger. If you need to get back, I cannot bring you back immediately, but I have a friend here who can. Her name is Anya Etterbirch.
Oh.
You know her?
Well, yeah. I deliver her, groceries and toiletries and things from time to time.
What a wonderful circumstance this has become. She lives in the Hespen Mountains around here, and he sort of points around, and you are at the end of a valley, basically. There are mountains sort of on all sides of you.
Yeah, when we came out, what are we seeing?
I'll describe it in a second. I have like a full page of description. The first thing you do notice, it's a lot warmer here than it was back in Nildor.
Take off my shirt. No.
Though you see, as people are walking around, they are sort of dressed for cold. You think it's just like it is warmer on this coast than it is on the east coast. Yes, my suggestion is to rendezvous with her. She will be able to transport you back, if you would like to do so. I would recommend against it, but I will not tell you not to. I worry for your life, Thuvius, as your mother is a dear friend, but you've proven yourselves to be competent, so I won't tell you what to do. I understand how inconvenient this is for you, sir, but...
Inconvenient, it's a funny word.
I was simply... You're a soldier, yes? You understand following orders. These were mine. I hope you can see past it someday, but if you can't, I suppose that's how it is. Now I must be off. We have negotiations to fix, but if you're ever in danger, and you have a way of contacting me, I owe you. So let me know. For this. For bringing you here. Yeah. So let me know. I owe you a favor. Perhaps several. But for now, I must leave. I'll put you in the great care of Curl. Curl, yes, sir?
Well, yeah, my name's Curl. You're leaving them with me?
Well, you don't have to take care of them, but you're from here. Just point them in the right direction.
All right, that's what I'll do. Oh,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
For now, I bid you a woeful adieu, and wish me luck. I've got a vampire to deal with. And he starts to step away and disappears.
Well, welcome to Reich.
So, you find yourself in Grend, which, it's the capital and largest city of Reich. It is also the largest city you as a group have been to as of yet. It pales in comparison to Werthank, and it also feels a lot different, but Ilfair is nothing in comparison to this place. It is also starkly different than any Nildorian or Caerleonan or Zymorian city you've ever seen. Any of you have seen. You notice it's warm. But people are dressed sort of vaguely for the cold. They have thicker leathers on and more hide than you would normally have in this weather. It's pretty warm for you guys right now, but the winter month is just several days away, so it is still coming up on winter. The city itself feels wide open, primarily because most of the buildings are one story. And also because it is built around a huge river that goes through the center of the town. The stones on the street are cobbled with light gray and very finely cut rock. The buildings are all hewn of craftsman's stone finished with pine. It seems like there's a lot of good masonry and stonework around this area, as well as you notice pine trees up on the mountains. So stone and pine seems to be the primary building materials of this place. Even from your distant vantage point in this neighborhood, you can make out the central feature of the city, the Passaic Falls. Over on the far end of the city, there is a waterfall coming down off of a mountain, which, if you ask, Curl will identify as the Passaic Falls, coming from Arlith's Crag, which is a big mountain. The falls falls straight down and then split upon a sort of diamond carved into the stone. The diamond is an entryway that seems to lead inside the mountain. As it crashes down on either side of the diamond, it forms two repositories that quickly flow back together and form a river flowing through the center of the town. You get the sense that on the east side of the river, which you're on currently, is sort of the residential sector. Curl can tell you that there are 4 neighborhoods in it. Mistview, closest to the waterfall is Mistview, Broadmount, Rootvale, and you are currently in Breeze Hill. There's also sort of schools in this area. It's where most of the living, I think, you assume takes place in this area. The west side is much more diverse in makeup. Hosts both the political and commerce centers of Grend. The political is made up by the Representatives' Chambers, which is a big stone tower carved into the side of the valley. The Center of Commerce, which is a collection of 3 white stone buildings on the same campus. The Miners' League, which is a rounded building with a squat roof. And the guard barracks, which are, guard barracks. And the rest of the east side is the entertainment district, which is made of restaurants, taverns, theaters, brothels, circuses, really anything you can find. The shopping and the marketplace all takes place on the 3 bridges across the river. They're large bridges. The 2 on the end will have 1 lane, which are lined. You did get a lot of money. The 2 on the end are 1 lane lined with shops on either side. Those are called the Warnen and the Becklar Bridge. Though the one in the middle has 2 lanes with sort of alleyways going between. It is much larger than the other one, and it's called Tharman's Crossing. Despite the open feeling of Grand, you can see a good chunk of the city from where you are right now. Breeze Hill is also a little elevated from the rest of it, given the name. It does feel slightly claustrophobic because of the mountains rising up all over behind you. You can't see beyond these mountains. You have no idea what lies beyond them. They go very high, and in the peaks between them, you can see there are just more. Those of you who know anything about geography, which would likely just be Thuvius, you know that the Hespen Mountains are a pretty wide expanse of no man's land. At the top of the Bergen Coalition and the bottom of the west pride of Caerleone. Yeah, so that's great. That's what you see.
Well,
what are y'all's names? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Finn.
Hi, Finn.
Purple tiefling boy, about 14.
Nice to meet you, Finn.
I'm Elril.
Elril?
Drow.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet
Dower.
you too. Great to meet you too.
Nate.
An angry-looking man, likely around your age, human man with a big old mustache. He's graying at the temples.
All right, Nate.
Nick Offerman.
Not to be trifled with. That's fine. And what's your name, my friend?
Thuvius Amaz.
Looks like
Thuvius,
a big old wizard. He's got his big hat, just like that.
You wouldn't happen to be a wizard, would you?
I'm a spellcaster of sorts.
Well, I'd just love to pick your brain about that. I found myself in a position to do a little trickery myself, and so I'd like to hear about that. And what's your name, my friend? Karasu.
Is something you've likely never seen before. Sort of a raven person. The voice that emanates from him is that of an aged man.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Karasu. Is that a costume, or is that just...
No, that's him.
That's him. That's all right. Wow.
We think. I haven't known him for too long.
Hey, you haven't tried pulling the head off yet.
Has the member of the extensive religion, have they left already?
Yeah, he teleported away. Averith is gone. High Priestess.
I have to
And one
apologize to all
question.
of you. I feel like this is my fault, getting the sortilege involved.
I mean, yeah, but it's okay. Sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault you were born into Sorgilidium, whatever. It is your fault you didn't tell us that they were talking to you and told us not to go talk to the vampires, but
You were there.
I did know, yes.
but we're past that.
Sorry, I really
Can't
just
fix that.
And I
didn't
mean,
see. I didn't honestly
I don't-
know that this babysitter of yours was such an important person.
well, hang on. I never hid who I was. I've introduced myself as Thuvius Amaz.
Right,
I
Yeah,
thought-
no
I mean,
idea who that is.
All right. Okay.
Remember
well,
that history check we did that everybody failed?
you know, I feel like this isn't my fault
No,
that you don't know who my family is.
no one's blaming you.
Wow, what a
You can make a
horrible-
history check if you want to see if you can recognize the name of Maz.
Let's find out. If
So,
I'm proficient in history.
I'm
I like to study. Let's see.
Wait, where are they from?
Zymor?
Zymor.
So, okay.
Oh wow, a whole
la 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 la.
Nice.
sorry, 24.
Yeah, being a fanboy of magic has also made you a fanboy of, the Exit Sortilegium. And any ill will about the Exit Sortilegium really hasn't reached the Bergen Coalition because they haven't been affected by their decisions as of late. The Amaz family is heavily associated with the Exit Sortilegium, and the matriarch of the family is a card-carrying member.
I'm sorry. Did you say your name was Amaz?
Thuvius Amaz.
Like the
Yes.
Amazes?
My mother.
Amazai?
The Amaz family.
Oh, the
yes.
Amaz. Oh, all right. I'll just say Amaz.
Yes, my mother is on the extant Sortilegium.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. Well, we'll have to chat. I don't mean to rush off real fast, but I actually have to make a delivery. That's my job day to day. Is I deliver things, and I'm headed to the bridges in town. That I don't know that you might have seen them coming in, but I guess you didn't see them coming in because you just appeared. Yep. Sorry about that.
What time of the day is it?
It's roughly it's early morning. It's mid-morning right now. It's the same time, pretty much, maybe an hour or two difference from when you left Nildor.
Got it.
Well, if y'all want to see the town, I'm headed in anyway to deliver some things. So if I could
I
take
mean,
you along.
we have nowhere to go.
Who is the
But we do
contact?
have a place
Who
to
was the
go.
contact we were supposed to? It was.
Anya.
Do you know this person?
Ederbert.
I know Anya. She keeps to herself. She's now.
Could you take us to her?
Is she a member of
We
the?
could help you with
Wait,
the
hold
delivery.
on. Do we plan on just going straight back?
I do.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
What are we doing here?
Well,
I don't know, it's different. It's not
come to
infested with
bridges.
vampires.
I mean, I'm sure there's work for adventuring types.
Yeah,
I
what
already
do y'all
have
do
work
together?
over there.
Alright.
Well,
Uh,
did,
well,
what
I
was
don't
your
care.
work over there?
Nate seems to really care. Elril seems to really care.
Finn, where are you from?
I'm from Worthing. So I'm fine.
Where is that?
It's like north-ish from here.
It's a little,
if I
it's a
read
little bit northeast of here.
northeast of here,
But like barely east.
but like barely east. Sorry.
So we're closer to your home than we were.
It's kind of far.
It's
It's
far,
pretty
but
far.
the quickest way there is through the Hespen Mountains,
Yeah.
which you don't really go through.
Finn, what's going on with your hands?
Just noticed.
Oh, it's like, so I have powers, right? And when I got these powers, this started happening. I have dragon scales
like
on up my forearms.
Wow. I ain't never seen. Well, I guess I have a couple times, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
not on a human person. Are you a human person?
Well, I'm
Tiefling.
You're not on a tiefling person.
Yeah.
Do you
That's wild.
I'm just hoping one day I'm gonna go full dragon.
do you have any connections, perhaps, to any dragons?
Yeah. I have no idea how to contact her though. Oh wait, you sometimes talk to your thing. Hey! Remember me? I helped you out that one time. Anything, Dina?
No.
No.
Well, perhaps if we don't go back.
I know she was
immediately,
from like some mountains.
Maybe.
I don't know, cause there's mountains near. I never actually told you, but sorry. No, but I know there's mountains
Yeah.
near Worthank too.
There are.
So I
it's
assumed.
not the same mountains.
Yeah, so she's probably from there. Never mind. Did I answer all your questions?
Sort of.
But
Do you want? Do you want to know more about this whole thing? I'll cut to the chase, Finn.
Cool.
I need a dragon scale. I don't know. I don't think those will do.
So your friend Curl is just sort of here.
Oh,
So I
sorry, a
didn't
lot
want
has happened recently. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I've been through things. I've had tough. I've needed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe not scales, but I needed stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside and tell my wife what's going on and let her know that I'm gonna head into town. If y'all would like to join, I could give you some tea or something to start off, and I could even give you a ride there if you're so interested.
I was about to say, I'll give you
All
50
right.
gold if you take us there.
Just rip it off like a band-aid. Wait, to Anya or to town?
Anya.
Oh, 50 gold.
Hmm?
That's a lot. Okay.
Wait. Why are we going to Anya?
Because he really wants to
I
go
wanna
back.
go back. You don't have
Well,
to.
here's the thing. This guy's expecting this delivery, and I've never been late, not once.
Well,
Let's
you,
help
man.
the man
So
get
I
his
should
delivery.
take care of that, and then I will take you to Anya's place. I warn you, she's not too keen on visitors.
It's also a 2-day journey.
Yeah, and it's also real far.
Okay, well,
into the.
so we're here for a while.
How? Oh, okay.
It's also real far, and so it's going to be a long time away from my family. So I have to take that into consideration.
Well, the more the merrier, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Bring him!
You want me to bring my two
No,
6
no, no,
my
no.
6 and 8 year old daughters
I meant-
to?
No.
I meant us.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it'd be great. We could go on. We could have a road trip. I used to have road trips with a friend.
So your package.
Oh yeah, so my package. Sorry about that. I'll just head inside. I'll tell my wife what's going on. Y'all don't want tea, I take it. We got one. All right, Karasu. Cool.
I'll take some.
Oh, and okay. This
What
is great.
is tea?
Well, it's a drink that you take it hot with It's like like spices and herbs and shit. And I told my wife.
It's fine. I know. It's fine. I know
told
all
her.
the words.
I told her. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'll try some.
Oh, sure.
Honey,
it's
did
great.
you just...
Hi. So, Tammy,
I
my
think
dear.
I heard you, we don't use that language in the children? Or?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
You
I'll
like a
work on it.
common-
I'm
She's
working on
poking her head up.
It-
We're
perhaps
at
one of the
snack
most
time.
common.
it. Snack time. All right, can we
Awesome.
come out here for a second? I just need to. Okay. So
Hi.
these are my friends. This is they're my friends. This is my wife Tamsin.
Hi.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Likewise.
So
They're not dangerous, are they?
so far that I can gather, they are not. And
Did you bring them here with your magic stuff?
No, I didn't. No, that
Nope,
was not.
it wasn't
that,
him.
okay.
It was a
That was
different.
not me.
Okay, just one.
I did not do that. But I need to go to town to deliver to Black
Yeah, you
Scale,
deliver.
yeah, and so I'm gonna run that. But first, I was thinking we get these guys some tea because they seem like nice people.
It's snack time anyway. I
Yeah.
have a kettle on.
And you remember how I was talking about the Amaz family? Maybe not.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was reading. Anyway,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
he's part of them. That's pretty cool, right?
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, your family's a big inspiration to my husband.
Oh well.
Or your
Wonderful.
existing
You don't worry.
the magic people.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
magic people.
All right. So anyway, let's
I have a
take
kettle
it
on.
inside.
Come on inside. I hope you like Duke Grey.
Nice.
I mean, Earl Grey kind of would have worked anyway, huh?